Have you been thinking about seeing a therapist for yourself, as a couple, for your child, or family? Do you wonder how you can find the right therapist and where to look? Many people I talk to feel initially overwhelmed at the thought of finding a good therapist. So I thought I'd share with you the online therapist directories that I'm familiar with and how to effectively search in order to find the right therapist for you. My name is Nicole Byrne. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California and Nevada, and I offer exclusively online psychotherapy. So, the first directory is called Psychology Today. It's probably the largest online directory, and there are so many filters, it makes it very, very easy to select and find the right fit for you. So you can filter by location, insurance provider, if that's something that you want, the problems that you would like help resolving, like anxiety or marital issues, the modality of therapy. So this would be if you would like to do dialectical behavior therapy, or it's family work, so you want some family systems work. You can filter by the gender of the therapist, and then additional aspects that may or may not be relevant for you, such as faith, sexuality, and if you were to desire online therapy. So an example is if you are familiar with cognitive behavioral therapy, you had excellent experience and results, and you would desire a therapist that specializes in that modality. And you would prefer a woman therapist, and you are experiencing depression and would like to focus on resolving that. And let's say you live in Berkeley, California. You can filter for all of those things, and when you click on the therapist profile, there is then a small blurb about that therapist, how he or she works, any particular specializations that therapist has, etc. Therapists on this directory, they will also list their range of fee, how payment is accepted, and often links to their websites if they have one. So if they do have a link to their website, I would recommend that you click on that, search around, and further investigate if that therapist is the right fit for you. When you decide that a therapist looks particularly attractive for your needs and you want to contact him or her, you can either click on the link that says email to send them an email, or their phone number is listed and you can call them there. And just a little extra information on Psychology Today, you can also search for psychiatrists, treatment centers, and support groups. The next therapy is called Good Therapy. It's another great online directory. It has a lot of therapists on there, and it's very similar to Psychology Today, most of the same filters. What I really like about Good Therapy is it has a filter for type of service. So what does this mean? If you're, for example, looking for a therapist that offers in-home therapy, to create, let's say, clear structure and expectations in your home because your child is refusing to attend school, you can filter for that. You can also seek someone that maybe focuses on life coaching, premarital counseling. There's clinical supervision if you're a therapist out there and would desire that, art therapy, etc. So those are very cool things. Another directory is called Therapy Route. It's a smaller online therapist directory, but what I really like about this directory is that it offers helpful information on how to choose the right therapist for you, good questions to ask when interviewing your therapist, information on what the heck all of these different types of therapies are, etc. So if you are very new to therapy and you're feeling overwhelmed and where to even begin, I would recommend going to therapy route and looking through all of the questions and seeing all of the information that they're sharing about the field and what to do as a client looking for a therapist. It's very, very helpful. So the next directory, it's called OpenPath. And this is a very, very cool directory because it's a place to find therapists for rates that range between $30 and $80. So it pretty much offers sliding scale rates. Therapists on the directory do. So if you want to find affordable, and there's actually a fair amount of therapists that offer online psychotherapy here, this is the place to go. So the type of therapist you're going to find on this directory is either someone who is a postgraduate who's not yet licensed but is working under the supervision of a licensed therapist, or you're going to find a therapist that maybe has moved from working at an agency or a hospital or a school or something like that and is now new to building their business, and it's a place that they're marketing themselves. So I would not write this off or think that any of these therapists are not going to be good for you just because it's a lower scale fee. If this is something that makes sense for you financially, check out OpenPath. So finally, if you want to try something a bit less traditional and you're comfortable or you really enjoy technology, there are several companies out there that offer package deals and pretty reasonable rates for therapy. And the types of therapy, or the way that the therapists work on these within these companies, is they offer text messaging, phone calls, and online video sessions. So some people, for them, that really works well. So the ones that I'm most familiar with are Talkspace. The other one is BetterHelp. And then there is a new company that I'm hearing good things about that is called Ootify. That's OOTIFY. And if you are a resident of California, you can use this because the therapists there are only from California currently. Also on Ootify, they have coaching and mentoring and some pretty interesting articles, so you can check them out. So I hope that this eases your nerves a bit about finding a therapist. Most therapists, they will offer a free consultation call anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. That's a great time for you to interview the therapist, ask all the questions you need, and also make sure that the therapist really takes time to get to know you to make sure that you both feel like you're a good fit for one another. So I know it's scary, or it can be, to find a therapist, and I want you to know that it's really, really easy to find a therapist. There's a lot of good ones out there, and that you're very brave and courageous for doing so. So I wish you the best of luck. Thanks.